What's up, everybody? It's Kevin Spencer. This is Kevcast Reviews. I haven't done one of these in, I think, like last March was the last one I did. Main reason why is because a lot of stuff I do is like movie related and like, I do stand-up comedy, and obviously with what's been going on in the world, I can't go to theaters, I can't do any of that stuff. So I wanted to have I have different interests. I like sports, I like music, I like movies, I like everything, right? So I wanted to have different topics for my stuff, and I know fans of all types of things. So that's why I figured we'd do a sports one today, and that's why I got two of my buddies here, my buddy Les and my buddy Al.
What's going on, everybody?
Of Duarte's.
The
best chicken parm I get the chicken parm.
Sandwich shop, Barton and Cheever. Go check out my folks, man. They'll take care of you.
Been going there for
mom's
years.
Like everybody's mom.
So I figured we talk about like a little bit of hockey right now today, and I know you're a Leaf fan. It's not really hockey ain't good for you at this moment, but so hold on, wait. So you, obviously, I'm not a Leaf fan, but if I could speak as a Leaf, like if I was a Leaf fan, I could understand like how frustrating it'd be. Because, like, we're Eagles fans. We've seen many frustrated. Remember Ty Detmer? We had Ty Detmer at quarterback before.
Oh, we had lots.
So, when you first started, how old were you when you first started liking the Leafs?
As long as I can remember.
And who's your first favorite player you liked?
Said Sittler, Palmatier, Salming.
And you like Montreal.
I like Les Habitants, Bleu Blanc and Rouge.
So, when you, that was your,
though.
was that,
You forgot about the flower.
Oh, Lafleur, yeah.
So, how old were you when you first started liking Montreal?
Pretty much since I was
We're
born.
not that much age difference.
No, I was born in Montreal, and I remember my dad used to take me to the Montreal Canadian games and the Expos, which are now, they're not there anymore.
They had a good jersey.
Yeah, like Vladdy's dad played for the Expos.
Yeah.
Man. Everybody's
Henry.
all crazy on
No,
baseball.
that was Henry Rodriguez. That's the one player. Yeah, no, Vladimir. Yeah, that's a different player.
Senior, Vladimir Senior.
Yeah. No, but then there was Henry Rodriguez. They threw that chocolate bars at him.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, yeah.
But
Fucking odd memory. Of
going back to the Habs, man, I'm just happy that they're still in the playoffs. They're doing okay.
Price was great.
Price on fire.
It's like when
well, that's what shut the Leafs down this season.
Yeah.
It was
we
went up 3-1.
Yeah.
I watched the game last night when they played Winnipeg, and like he didn't have to make too many like outstanding saves, but he looks like he's in like a zone. Like
The defense is keeping everything to the outside, and they're playing together for once. Bergie, I call him Bergie. He came from.
That's hockey talk right there.
Yeah, he came from Chicago, and he made a good program over there, and they won a couple cups with him. Comes to Montreal, and I never saw any continuity with that team, and I didn't think they were going to do anything.
They were just floating.
They were just floating, but his touch on that team, they're starting to reap the benefits now. They're skilled defensively, they're playing with a little bit of tenacity, have a good goaltender, and they're starting to do what they need to do. I know it's the North Division. We'll see what happens when they get out of it. You know what I mean?
When people talk about how like division they were in and shit, like Toronto, Montreal, I personally don't see it as a weak division. Everton was good. Winnipeg's good. Like they're good teams. I never liked that.
Well, when you see teams like the Avalanche.
Yeah, Colorado.
And that's what pissed me off this entire year.
Because people would say,
people were saying,
first
Toronto's only leading because
of the division, yeah.
Because they're in that division.
We all play games.
All 4 divisions had their weak teams that they were winning on and beating. So don't say that the Leafs are getting an advantage because they're playing against an entirely weak league.
The only really weak team,
division.
wasn't it? Like Vancouver. No, Ottawa. Ottawa wasn't that.
Vancouver had the COVID outbreak and just destroyed them.
Do you see that one meme? It was like Vancouver was talking about finishing the season early, like they didn't want to play or whatever, and then someone said Buffalo already did.
Yeah.
Buffalo finished like weeks ago. They were shit.
Like the Sabres, I can't even start to talk. I listen to 550 every morning, which is a Buffalo sports station, and the instigators are on there, and they talk about the Sabres. It's a mess.
When you're like, if you're a sports talk of like any team, like in a city like that, and your team is like bad, that every morning you're talking about we're shit again. Like it's always gonna be bad. Speaking of bad teams, so you guys both like Canadian teams. When I was a kid, I liked the Oilers because like I like Gretzky. Gretzky is what got me into hockey. And then when as like I was, I don't know, like 10, maybe 11, when he got traded to the Kings, and then I just went with him. So I was gonna be I'm a Kings fan now. And then once he got traded again, was it St. Louis he went to first or the Rangers? He went to St. Louis first, didn't he? Or was it Rangers?
I think he went to the Rangers.
Yeah, so wherever he went to after that.
He ended up in St. Louis.
Yeah, that's right. With Brett Hull or something. Yeah. Well, wherever, like when he got traded again, I stayed a Kings fan. So when they finally won the cup, I remember I was watching, my son was with me, And he's like, "Is that a tear?" I was like crying. Like when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, I was at my buddy's house.
That was like...
I did snow angels on his carpet. I just felt, I was like, oh my god, like I never thought I'd see it. That when McNabb puked on the field that time, I thought like this was our chance. And then we went downhill for a bit, and then came back up. And with no offense, with Foles, I didn't expect to go when we played Chicago and they missed that field goal. Yeah, I still thought like.
Kev, quick thing, just to bring it in. When the Eagles won the Super Bowl,
Yeah.
I had more text messages and phone calls in that hour and a half when they won than I get at any birthday or New Year's. Everybody knows how much of a diehard Eagles fan I was, and they all called me to congratulate me. It was.
I remember when they won.
It was amazing.
James Fenton made that post tag. It was you, me, and someone else, and he's like, "You guys finally got something," or some shit like that, and. Obviously, we fucked with him because Dallas.
There was a couple things in my life that I wanted to see before I died.
Yeah.
And I've got to see, I wanted to see Portugal. I'm a huge soccer fan. The Euro starting up next week, and they won the Euro.
Oh, so you saw
Big,
it? Okay, yeah, okay.
Big lift off my shoulders.
Yeah.
The following year, boom, the Eagles win the Super Bowl. Big lift off my shoulders. I've already seen the Canadians win. I've already seen the Raptors win. It's amazing. Hopefully, I can see the Ticats win at some point. The Grey Cup. I see them personally.
Well, you didn't see them win. You saw them win before.
I saw them win, but not in the.
Okay,
I want to see them win here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was.
That's gotta happen this year.
So wait, you were saying,
like I said, it is
August.
Postponed to August.
But didn't they change it to 2021 for the Grey Cup festivities to be in Hamilton?
Yeah. The Grey Cups are going to be this year.
Oh, I thought it was the following year. It's this year?
This year, yeah.
Oh,
Grey Cup's going to be in Hamilton this year.
We're going on party.
For sure.
But like I say, look at the last Grey Cup just before
COVID. When they played Winnipeg?
They destroyed
everybody.
The entire league.
Okay, so
all season they set team records, league records.
They should have won that Grey Cup.
They set everything.
They came out flat, man. That's what happened.
And then fell apart.
Well, when they came out, the Winnipeg came out. I don't know what the hell they came out with. Some music. I don't know what it was. Maybe it's fucking Jim Cuddy or something. I had no idea what the hell they came out with. But it was like, there was no energy. And then the Ticats came out like DMX or some fucking. They were high energy. They were jumping around. They're like, if I was on the outside looking in, I'd be like, oh, these guys got this. And then when they were just throwing incomplete passes and fumbles, and I'm like, this isn't the team I watched all year. Like, it was so frustrating. I bet my sister that day, and I lost, and my sister didn't even know anything about sports.
But that's what gets me putting the Cats with the Leafs.
Well, I mean...
The Cats dominated.
They did.
And lose.
But...
The Leafs
dominated.
They won 99. Every series this year.
The last time it was here?
No, when's the last time they won the Grey Cup? 99?
I'm not exactly sure.
I can't remember the exact year.
I know they were here in 99. The Grey Cup was here because I went to the game.
It was
Hamilton wasn't there.
Okay, so they won in 2000 maybe, or 98. It had Oswald.
I think it was after. I think it was the year after.
Yeah. Off topic. I don't want to talk about it really.
Yeah.
But I'll just say it quickly. Because we're talking about the Ticats. Matt Dunnigan. Remember Matt Dunnigan?
Yeah.
He played with a broken collarbone.
Yeah,
I broke my collarbone when I was a kid. And as you could tell, I didn't have much weight on me. So my brother-in-law, we were playing football in the park, and I slipped on some mud. So when I went to reach for the ball, my brother was like 6'1", and he slipped and rolled over my shoulder. When he rolled on my shoulder, all you heard was a pop. So I had to wear this fucking brace on my shoulders for I had to wear it for I think it was 4 to 6 weeks or something. So when I went back to school, we were playing ball hockey, and our teacher played for the Ticats. It was Scott Tyler. He passed away now, but he told everyone, he's like, Kevin can't play. Don't make sure Kev don't play. And everyone's like, yeah, no, everything's good. When he would take the attendance down, we always knew he'd talk to the secretary. So I was like, let me play for a couple minutes. So I went in. My buddy went to hit my other buddy. I'm standing at the side of the net. He fucking moves all the way. Guy puts his shoulder into me, and he's a big dude. And I slid across the floor. They helped me up. They put me on the bench. I'm sitting there grimacing in pain. The fucking Mr. Tyler comes in. Everything looked normal. I was kind of hiding it. He comes over to me. He's like, "Was it worth it?" I'm like, "Nah." But speaking of that, so Matt Dunnigan played with a he played injured. I only want to mention this because we're talking about our favorite teams. When my dad used to watch hockey back in the '80s, my sister would go out, and if I wanted to watch anything else, if I didn't really want to watch Detroit or whoever had watched it play, I'd go upstairs in her room and watch TV. So I started watching basketball. That's how I started watching basketball because I'd watch it there, and I was started like first team I saw, I'd be like, I like the Lakers. That's how I like the Lakers. And going through my life, like Kobe Bryant was the only celebrity that really died that I actually cried about. And watching someone like LeBron James, fucking get like poked in the eye and fucking fall on the ground and flop, like to me that's a slap in the face. So when they lost the other night, I was so happy. I've never cheered against my team. Like I could never.
That's the funny thing about getting poked in the eye and going down.
Well, that baseball player got hit in the face with a fucking 94-mile-an-hour pitch.
There's a meme on Facebook where, and sorry about you soccer fans, I'm not a soccer fan.
Yeah,
so,
it's.
But the
he knows how they are.
It's implanted into me. I'm Portuguese, you know what I mean?
He knows how they are.
So
You know?
the meme is, I can't remember what player it is. The player actually just only gets hit by the ball.
And he fucking
And
fell.
And he goes down.
Yeah, that
and
sucks.
He's literally
Yo,
like
if
this.
that was
Like
James,
he's not
he'd be
just
going
going
surgery.
down and like, no, he's flip flopping. And then it shows Ovi.
Oh, put his tooth back in or something? Yeah.
Fucking takes a puck to
Fuck.
the face,
I like him. I
grabs
love
his
Ovechkin.
tooth and just
I
throws
think
it down.
if somebody doesn't like Kobe, they don't like hockey because
Yeah, he does everything. I like
that guy's like my favorite player. Going back to my favorite player, he reminds me so much of him. Mario Lemieux, you know, how could you not like somebody Mario Lemieux? He went through cancer and all that stuff, came back and played at an elite level. If he had stayed healthy, he would have contended with Gretzky, arguably been better than Gretzky. We don't know. We'll never know.
I'll never.
You know, and when you have somebody like Ovi that just continually gets it done every year, that's how can you not like a guy like that? You
Well,
know?
like, and that's the thing with Ovi. Like, he's the heir apparent to replace Gretzky. They're saying.
Well, how many goals has he
Well,
got?
goals scored, not in
Not points.
Gretzky's got points and assists. And
Oh
stuff.
no, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like,
He's like
for
Woody,
most,
like,
for most
didn't they say he had
goals.
to
Most
play
goals,
like-
yeah, he's got a shot, yeah.
Then they had
But
to
they're
play like 3
saying
years
he
or something.
has to play for another,
3 or 4 years or something, like, and get like 40
and
goals.
like he
or-
has to be
He
healthy.
will. He
You
will.
think he
has to
could?
be.
He will.
What's he now? Like 39?
Oh,
He
he's
has
a
to be
little-
healthy
maybe 38,
every year.
38,
Yeah.
Miss no games. Keep continuing with the 30 goals a year, and like I said, it's,
I believe in him because there's another guy that comes from his country that has been doing it, Jeremy Jagr, man. I remember
Oh,
Jeremy
yeah.
Jagr back in the days when Lemieux was playing.
Yeah,
and this guy was still in the. I think I don't know if he's playing this year.
I think
but
he
I know he's
invented the
playing
game.
last year.
I think he invented the game.
You know, like, so the Russians, they play for a long time, man. You know, like.
He's conditioned. Yeah, he probably. But my son's favorite player is Connor McDavid. So when they lost 4 straight, he was kind of.
I love Connor.
I like
that
McDavid.
was
I did not
I
expect
couldn't
that.
believe that. That was
Like he came over like the one game where they went to this like second overtime or something, and Shane Stanton we're all talking, and he missed the goal. So he's right in the middle of saying, he's like, "Nah, we're gonna win this game. We're gonna go this," and he's like, he already has it mapped out. All of a sudden they score, and he turns. He's like,
But you gotta stop
Shit.
calling him Connor McDavid. You gotta call him by his real name,
"Connor McJesus."
McJesus.
Yeah.
That's it. That guy's McJesus. When you see him on the ice, there's nobody like him.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like-
go back to the Gretzky points thing. I think I told you that the one time I was here. You see that meme where it says Gretzky, Wayne, and Brent have the most points or something from any brothers in history, and it said Brent has 2.
yeah.
Imagine like the family get-togethers. They like, "Mom, remember I got that assist before."
I'm gonna put you on the spot because there's a lot of Lakers fans that are probably gonna see this, and I'm gonna ask you
Sure.
because this is something that had been on my mind the whole
Was
time.
this the
of
thing you're talking about when we came in?
Yeah.
All right.
But I think you already answered it, which kind of sucks. But I'm still gonna bring it
All
up.
right.
The GOAT, MJ or LeBron?
I'm not just saying. I'll give my reason for saying it, and it's not just because he's my favorite player. But if I could pick one for one game 7, I'd take Kobe.
Okay.
Because you know why? The other night when the Lakers got eliminated, they were down by like a lot. LeBron, 7 minutes to go in the game, he went to the locker room, came out like with a minute to go.
How about you?
I don't follow.
Oh, okay.
So you know when they take the pictures of the jerseys, football teams do it. I don't think hockey teams do it. They do just a shaking hands or whatever. But he came out with a minute to go just to do that like photo op thing. But he left the team, right? If the Lakers are down by 30 and Kobe was still playing, he played with like garbage
Freddie,
players.
Black Mamba scored 81 points in
Like
the
it's
game.
Toronto.
You know what I mean?
So
Like,
but Kobe would be growling. He'd still be going all intensity and still be going out. And there's a thing he said that his wife said that Kobe would play injured because he said there's people here that like probably use their like most of the money they got to come see me play. He's like, I'm gonna go out and play. LeBron, if he gets a fucking hair in his eye, he's like, I gotta sit out 3 or 4 games.
There's one other player that could take a team on his back and win a championship by himself. Like Kobe. Kobe was selfish. We all know that.
He didn't.
was- he
Remember
wanted-
Remember Mad TV? Remember the sketch? He's like, Kobe, stop raping, pass the ball.
You know, but he can do it. You know, that's it. Hey,
But he didn't. He was very. Kobe was very.
I love watching him play. I'm not gonna. You know,
Yeah.
But that was Sid the Kid when he first started playing.
See, I never liked Crosby. That was one thing I was gonna get into.
When he first started playing, anytime he got hit, he would bitch
Like
about
whine
it
to the
and
refs.
whine him. Oh, he hit me too hard. He hit. Kid, you're in a fucking
And
NHL. Like, you're gonna get hit.
But you talked about today's game, and you were talking about Game 7s.
yeah,
Kobe. I'm
Yeah.
telling you right now, in the NHL right now,
if you had a game
the
7,
guy that scored the most important goals in hockey, talking across everything, Olympics, national
Crosby?
team, Stanley Cups, playoffs. It's Crosby, man. That guy is a
Oh, no, I know he's good.
I'm
goal
not,
scorer winner, man.
I just think he's a.
I'm not saying he's not
It's like
talented,
James is great.
But
I
when
just,
he first started in the NHL,
Yeah, well, I agree with you. Yeah,
he bitched about every
he
hit
was
he
he was
took.
he was whiny when he started.
for sure.
He's become a complete player.
you know
man.
what? I like Malkin. I didn't mind I like Malkin.
They
on
were
the team.
great,
He
Malkin
was-
and Crosby
I thought
together.
he was like. I always thought like, well, obviously, you know, like it's like the Draisaitl with McDavid. Obviously,
Exactly. I was just gonna
you're
bring
gonna
that up. Perfect.
you're gonna get overshadowed. Like when Gretzky had Yari Curry. Curry was great.
Curry was
could have been
great
like
player.
number 1 on most teams, right? And it's like,
Gretzky had everybody with him.
but when
he had Messier, Curry.
Oh, yeah.
That team was.
the one thing I will say about Delis, so
Pure
I
Logan
like
man.
Ty Domi. I like Ty Domi on Toronto. I always thought because he's short and he fought.
Hey, his kid played on the Habs. He was all right. He's hurt right now. He's gonna go. I think he just did surgery. Or he's gonna do surgery. He's gonna be out for 6 months. Max told me.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Great kid. You know the things didn't work out in Montreal. I never liked Ty Domi when he was on the Leafs, but I can respect him now that he's retired.
Yeah.
You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
know. My favorite fighter, I like McSorley, right? But my dad liked Detroit, and he was like Bob Probert. Like Probert was.
Oh, Probert. Nobody touches Probert.
No
when it
one wanted
comes
to fight with Probert.
No, Probert.
It was his birthday. I think his birthday was
You
yesterday.
don't touch Bob.
I think his birthday was yesterday. I saw a post about it.
Because if you touch Bob, like, he's just gonna mess you up.
It was
And-
him and
But
was
see-
it didn't they both had those tearaway fucking sleeve things, and McSorley had them. They banned them. Where like if you went to get in a fight and you went to pull, they came out so you can like you're on
Yes.
Oh, so they
yeah, right. So I mean that was clever. They ended up banning that shit though. Like,
None of
See,
your-
there's a thing that's changed too, though. As you look back at hockey in the 70s and the 80s,
I can't
where
remember
it
the
was
80s.
just like each team had like a couple,
You always had your goon.
had a couple enforcers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well they still do.
And
Those guys only play like a minute.
The
a
other
game,
team fuck people up. Like the enforcers that go get them.
Well, the Flyers
they
play with
would
bell bottoms, so
just
they needed an enforcer.
Well, here's
Like when Tavares got taken out in the first game.
that was unfortunate, but that wasn't on purpose.
No.
No, I believe that was an accident and shit. But then the next, the
Bogosian.
first line
When they fought right after.
came right out.
Yeah.
Like, and it
It
was
was
like they
Foligno, not
talked
Bogosian.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Foligno.
Yeah.
And he said, like to me, when they were talking before the puck dropped, it was like, listen, man,
We don't.
I'm
we
gonna
shouldn't,
have
yeah.
to smack you around a bit. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, because he knew it was enough. Like he wasn't intentional.
There's only one enforcer in the NHL right now, and nobody can touch him.
Reeves,
No, Wilson,
Tom Wilson.
Tom Wilson, and the reason why he's still in the league is because he can score goals. That guy, he's a
He can
great-
score too. Yeah.
You know, and
Well,
he's a big
Probert
man.
could score. Probert
He's a
was
big-
able to
all
score.
these other guys are just guys, you know. Like Wilson's on a league of his own, man. I hate him because he's on
He's
the
a very
Capitals.
hateable player.
But if he came to the Habs, I'd be the first guy to say.
You know,
yeah,
he's like Marchand. You don't. No one likes Marchand, but it's like
Oh,
a.
Marchand.
Well, remember. Okay, so remember.
Marchand's a beast.
But hold on, remember Claude Lemieux?
Marchand's a bitch.
Claude
Rat.
Lemieux, though.
He's a beast.
Claude Lemieux, Estetikanen, players like that. No one liked them. Like if you're a fan of the, you're gonna hate those guys. But if you had them, you'd be like, I don't mind him that much, you know. I'd be like, because I love like fucking.
We have a Marchand Light on our team. Like we have a Gallagher. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Gallagher's the same, right?
If Marchand was playing for the Leafs, I'd hate the guy. Just
Would
like
you?
Kadri.
Really, you wouldn't like him on the Leafs, eh?
No,
Wow.
just like Kadri.
So he went against what I said.
You look at what he did 2 seasons in a row when they lost to the Bruins back to back. Kadri got suspended both series.
He has a habit of
And
that.
I understood why he did it. He was trying to do payback for what happened to his teammates, but he cost the team.
Yeah.
You wait till the next season. When
Nah, that's a long time to wait though.
you have to do it.
Then
You
what if
can't
what?
do
Yeah, but then
it.
what if you go to play and then they trade you? If then you get injured, then you'll never get that opportunity. Like I could have fucking.
Kadri's always had that streak in him. He was a London Knights boy. I watched him in the OHL, man. Like he's always been like that. He in Toronto, wherever he's stopped, he's always been like that. He's known to like snap.
Yeah.
Just like Scheifele.
Well, he got suspended.
Oh, yeah,
again.
yeah.
Scheifel's not known to snap, but Scheifele, you know, you, anyone, like say he gets upset at me now because I just cut him off and he throws the bottle at me.
Yeah.
It's a millisecond thing that he did, but you know, it costs you.
Yeah.
And that's what happens with these guys, you know.
He
They-
got suspended again this year with Colorado.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
You
Yeah.
can't do that shit.
Was it
in
like
the-
8 games or something?
You can't do
Was
that
that
shit
long?
in the playoffs.
You got
Yeah,
8.
it was 8.
8?
Yeah. Take the guy's head off, man. Like that was
Oh
a
fuck
crazy
yeah,
hit.
that was.
So, so we talk about people we hate. So now, like, and we talk like when you start liking hockey. What? Do you have a favorite player right now?
Well, obviously Austin.
Okay,
Matthews is
you?
You know,
Ovechkin.
I
It doesn't
like
have to be on your team.
I like Ovi. I like
Ovi.
But there's a ton of players, man. Like there's
Mine's Drew Doughty. My favorite king right now.
King, yeah, Doughty. Yeah, you know, if
It's
I
sad
get
though, because Quick is starting to not be as quick, and he's starting to. Watching a team that used to be like good for so long, now they're kind of.
it's fun to watch Colorado, man. Like
Colorado's
those guys,
great to
McKinnon, Radinen, to watch all those
Matt
guys.
Kenner loves Colorado.
To watch all those guys play, you know what I mean? It's fun to watch them right now. Vegas, I've always been a huge fan of Marc-Andre Fleury. That guy, you know, he's going to end up as one of the best.
Oh,
best
Fleury's a good
goaltenders of all
goalie. Fleury's a
time.
good goalie.
He's going to be like top 3. It's going to be
Yeah.
Brodeur, Raw, Marc-Andre Fleury.
He's a great goalie. Yeah.
Great
no.
goalie. Like anybody.
Very, you don't get talked about as much, you know, like.
Very completely underrated. That guy, everywhere he's went, he's done amazing. Like he's gonna finish at the top, man.
Yes, I agree.
You know.
Well, look what Soup did with Toronto.
Yo,
this
he was a
year.
king, eh? Campbell was on the Kings, and
Oh, he's.
Soup, he like.
I didn't think Toronto was going to
and-
beat you guys, not because of the way Toronto was playing, because of your goalie. Campbell was
Anderson.
unreal.
Anderson gets hurt. Soup
That's a-
comes in.
I
10 wins in a row.
no
Yeah.
offense to Andrew.
Record
Great
league. Toronto. Sorry, not league.
He had like 11 straight wins or was it something like that? Or
10. He
Yeah.
went 10
And I have a butt, you
undefeated.
okay?
Yeah, go.
did they not?
It
I
was-
think Anderson losing Anderson out that was the best thing they could
Yes.
have to him because I don't think he's very inconsistent. Like he'll play one game and get
Yes.
be stop 35 out of 36 shots or something. Then the next game, he fucking allows like 5 goals and it's
Yeah.
like second period and it's like what are you
Yeah.
like you're very up and down, you know.
Yeah. Well, that's
His
So-
goaltending
so
is like
what-
my relationship history. You know, it's like up and down. You know, like, sometimes I'll let 5 goals in, sometimes. It's like,
But see, I think that's what happened to Soup though too. Like after he had those 10, and then he lost his first game, and then
it might set you
he
back.
came back. They played him the next game again after that. They pulled him after half a period, I think it was, because they
Okay.
got 3 goals against him or something.
You want me
And
to
I
be-
think it was his mental.
Yeah, you got a mental block or something. Do you know who? Fuck, what was his name? This is gonna bother me now. It's a fucking player, like a goalie, and he had something similar happen. He had like a giant streak, and then he just was shit. And they sent him to the AHL. Who the fuck was that?
the guy from Chicago, Niemi, that won the Stanley Cup. He never did anything. After
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. That's the guy I'm thinking. Yeah, he,
Right after he won the Stanley Cup, and then that's it. He
nothing.
never,
Yeah. Fuck, Jesus Christ. But when Campbell won all those games and he lost one, I heard this. It's like a weird fact or something. You know, I know you don't watch football really, but some guy got drafted this year. That Trevor Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
He's never
Jackson
lost a
Hole, too.
game in high school and college.
Well, he's gonna lose.
He's
a game.
gonna lose. But like, I wonder how you're gonna deal with that. You're like your whole, and then he's gonna have to get comfortable losing because they're gonna lose a lot.
You're gonna have adversity, man. That's what it comes down to. That's what shows.
But that's the thing. Yeah, that's it. If you can lose and still climb back from that. So Campbell, I think Campbell's gonna be a great goalie. I think he's.
Oh, so,
I think Campbell-
I think he's great. I think
he's gonna be awesome.
I hate the fact the Kings got rid of him, but they had too many goalies, right?
But you gotta remember, there's a lot of good goalies that are gonna be on the open market this year. I mean, like I've been watching free agency, and there's a lot. Like that goalie from the Sabres, man, he's really good. Linus Allmark.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he's gonna be in free. He's gonna be in free agency. You never know what the Leafs will do. The Leafs might go after somebody with a little bit more,
No,
a little bit more pedigree.
If the Leafs stay with what they've got
Oh,
now,
they're okay.
Soup is the starter now. Anderson is the backup.
Yeah, I agree.
goalie
He's a
now.
free agent too. He's gone.
Yeah, he'll probably gotta be gone.
He's gone.
Yeah. It was just like, what's his name? And this is, sorry, I'm switching sports again.
Don't matter.
What was his name? Cavillo. Was it Cavillo?
Oh, Anthony
Anthony
Calvillo
Calvillo?
started at Hamilton with
when
the
he,
Montreal.
when he
became
got
a beast.
hurt, and then when he come back, he got tired of, or not sorry, tired. He got scared of getting hit. You could
You get that
watch
mental.
him when he'd go
He
to
braced for it.
throw.
You'd see
He'd be
the-
like
You brace for it. You get that mental fucking.
Great player, man. Great player.
Oh,
man.
Calvillo's great.
player.
And then, he was
Mm.
until he came back.
Well,
And then, who was their quarterback after Cavillo?
Montreal?
No, in
Oh, in
Hamilton.
Hamilton?
wasn't it
Um,
Ray? No.
No.
Jason Moss.
No, it was the guy that came from Edmonton, Masoli. No, not
Masoli.
Masoli. Not Masoli. Zach Collaros.
Close.
Collaros.
Oh, Caleros.
Yeah,
Collaros,
yeah. Remember we got that guy?
And then
Mazzoli
he
was
got
after.
hit, and then he got hurt, and that's when Evans took over, and that's when they set all the records last year.
Yeah.
And
We were supposed to get Johnny Manziel. We had him.
Yeah,
for-
that was the best
yeah.
trade that we ever did. We didn't even start him, and we traded him to Montreal for a boatload of picks, and we got Speedy Banks back, right? Didn't Brandon Banks come back with that trade?
I think so.
Double B.
Yeah, double B.
That's
Yeah.
great. Worked out.
But so anyway, so now, well, since that happened, like Evans has been running the team, but we've been shut down.
It's so
now-
weird without the
so-
CFL.
So what do you do now, like with the CFL coming back this year? Who do you start? Do you start Mazzoli or do you start Evans?
You give it a quarterback competition in training camp, and whoever wins starts. That's what I would do. Cause
Really?
I would think so. I wouldn't just hand it over the reins to anyone.
Well, because Evans, like, he didn't do good in the Grey Cup. And that's, like, the
Well-
biggest stage, right? So I guess I can see what you're saying. And then they basically have the same team around, right? So if he comes in and Evans say Evans was a backup, and they win the same way, and they go on like they do, I don't see any reason not to keep going. Like I
I
would
agree.
have done
I
that. I
agree
would have
there.
done that because then who knows what they could probably win the Grey Cup this time, right? Like that.
I believe that they could do just as well with Masoli. He's a good
He's
quarterback too.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't come back like, what's his guy I just said?
Cavilla.
Cavilla.
Yeah.
Like
Well-
if he comes back and he's shell shocked and he can't do the game.
It's gonna be a weird year for all these CFL guys. They haven't played for a year. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be weird for everyone.
My first ever Tigercat game I ever went to was in the '80s or something. My dad and me, and he had Captain Morgan white rum. He was drinking, and he took it and he had it in his pocket, and he was drinking beer. Great mix. That's where I get it from. And then
Yeah,
so
there
he
you
was-
go. Hey.
that's a little bit of the backstory. So he was drinking, and then they were playing. It was a Labor Day game, and Earl Winfield had 3 touchdowns that game.
Oh,
He
nice.
had like two kick returns and a receiving one. And I always like Winfield was my favorite player then. It was Winfield and Tony Champion,
Earl the
and then after as the years went on, CFL players come and go, right? So I didn't really have I just Hamilton, whoever But right now for Hamilton, I'd probably say I like Banks, I like Lawrence. Lawrence is like one of my favorite
Simone,
players.
yeah,
he's really good.
He's a nice guy.
One of them, you know how they do the he got traded. He went to I think BC or Ottawa or something. Leonard. He's like
Oh yeah.
so he saw
He's a
me.
good player,
He
too.
saw me at they do you go to the field
The meet and greet.
yeah, that thing. So I was coming back from Tim Hortons one day and I saw all these people. I didn't know what it was. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'll walk in. Maybe I'll see a couple players. So I went in. I was all by myself. I was walking by they had all the players lined up, and Leonard's like, "Hey," and I'm like, I turned around, he's like, "You were in Burlington? Did you call me there?" I'm like, "Yeah, he knew me, he recognized me." Like, so I got my picture with him, and he fucking knew me first. I was like, "Oh."
That's awesome.
I'm like, "That's gonna go in my ego fucking."
That's awesome, man.
Ego brain or whatever. But yeah, no, that was a pretty cool moment. But it would be cool though, like if the Ticats could win the Grey Cup here. That'd be fun. That'd be pretty
this year would be awesome. Like,
and plus, with missing a whole year like that, that'd be pretty.
Just to tie in with what you were saying before, I've met a lot of them through my parents' shop there.
Mm.
They all go in there to get stuff like Wade Smith. I don't know if you remember Wade Smith, Kissing Bandit, Adriano Belli.
I'm not Belly.
A bunch of those guys, like the quarterback. I can't think of his name right now. He signed the jersey that says Duarte's is the best. I have it in my room. But
He was a quarterback.
yeah, I think it's Danny Mack.
McManus. Yeah,
I think it's
that was
McManus.
on
I think it's Danny Mack,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. Number 4, Danny Mack, right?
14, wasn't he?
Or 14.
Yeah,
Danny
McManus
Mack.
was 14. Yeah.
Danny Mack, yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's Danny Mack. I met a bunch of those guys. Then I used to hang out with them under, it's called Liquid Kitty.
Yeah, I remember I used to go there.
oh,
and
they
fill
were
the
great.
Kool-Aids.
Yeah, I remember
Before
that.
Liquid Kitty was called something else, and they were always down there in that back bar, and I'd hang out with all of them back there.
Oh, yeah?
You know what I mean?
Nice.
Well, years ago, like many years ago, there used to be that Herbie's at the
Oh, at the
traffic
traffic
circle.
circle,
Yeah.
And there was the City Motor Hotel. And
Oh, yeah,
before
the
it
City
became
Motor.
before it became the crack house.
My buddy got arrested with a
Or
shotgun.
whatever
there.
one
Buddy
it-
Jay.
You still your buddy?
Yeah, he still talks. I still talk to him. I haven't talked to him in a bit. I think he's in jail now.
when it was a reputable hotel at least.
That must have been before mine.
That's where the Ticat wannabes.
Oh, like the
stayed.
practice roster players and shit. They stayed there.
That's where they
Oh, see,
stay.
that's something I didn't know, see?
Really?
So me, like the store manager, we were buddies. We got to know all these Ticat wannabes, and
Nice.
we would hang out. And like, yeah, we'd go out to Oliver's, Grapes and things.
Was-
Like we'd be hanging out with these.
Did that hotel though? It ended up kind of turning into like fucking what's that one?
Oh, there's the
Budget
one over
Inn.
here at
It turned
Wentworth.
it turned into like a budget in the
Yeah.
original budget in.
They had to shut it down and take
Yeah.
it away because
Well,
there was
it's
too much
scrap.
trouble.
Yeah.
Everything,
Oh, yeah, they
everything
leveled it.
there is gone now. But back in the day,
Mm.
this got to go back 20
So-
years ago.
You said that you once the Leafs are gone, you that's it for you. You don't watch.
Yeah, I don't
You're not, so you're not watching like so if the, when the Stanley Cup.
I might watch the Stanley Cup Finals,
Yeah.
but I won't watch any of the.
Do you have like now that you like even I do this too when my teams are gone. Did you have a pick now to win the Stanley Cup? Now that do you? I picked Colorado. I picked that when the playoffs started.
I think Colorado's like on fire right now. It's
I
gonna be hard to beat them.
I actually said that I would have just because like it would I was kind of hoping because of my son I wanted Edmonton to do good. Obviously swept, so that was not right. But no, I think Colorado. My one buddy he likes Vegas, right? He was telling me when the series started, he's like, oh, Vegas in 5, he was saying shit like that, and I'm like, Colorado's not bad, man. Like they're great.
The good teams are there still. The Islanders, the Bruins, the Vegas, Colorado.
Mm.
Montreal's probably the biggest upset. The Leafs, I thought they would come out of the North. And Montreal
I thought
beat them.
I made when Tavares got injured, right? I remember telling my buddy Joey, I was like, you know what? I'm like, he got injured. The Montreal will probably win this game 1, have the energy going, and then I go even without Tavares, Toronto fucking roll them over 4 straight. That's what I thought.
And they almost did it. They
I
went
did not- I did
three
not-
and then fell apart.
I did not expect that's like that was an upset. I did not expect.
Hey,
that.
I'll be completely honest. I'm a Habs fan, and I had no faith after Game 4. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is done. You
So,
know?
so I'm good. So now that hockey playoffs, and then hopefully the CFL starts. Hopefully we get football, and then when the NFL starts. So when the actual Stanley Cup comes, like when the actual that series starts, I want to probably do another one, like another sports thing,
Yeah, no problem.
and then I want to do like I'll do these forever. Like I'll do it here and there, but like when hockey season starts next year, like a pre-season type lead-in type stuff like that. I just want to be more because I have a lot of interest. I want to do like different things, right? So, you don't like NFL, but you do, obviously. We like the Eagles.
well, it's not that I don't like
well,
it. I
you
just
posted a
don't-
picture.
I just don't
and I-
watch it.
It was your son with a Cowboys.
Yeah, he's got a cat.
Oh,
yeah, I used to be.
I like the picture. My heart hurt. I'm like, oh, not only is it Leaves, it's like, I was like, oh, my two dread teams.
I used to be a boys fan.
Were you?
I just
You know what, though, if
haven't
you-
been watching the NFL.
if you're
it's
like-
the same. I used to be a Jays fan.
So,
I just don't watch MLB
It's
anymore.
it's a bit early for like any prediction wise or anything like that. But do you have any early? I don't think the Eagles are gonna do anything.
No. Early?
Hold on. The way you said that was like a man who's been married for 35 years. Like, no, fuck, I gotta go do what? Walmart? We got enough towels.
See, the NFL, I've been an NFL fan since I was like 13 years old because
Same around me. Same.
I went to Cathedral High School and there was a lot of Italian people that went there and they were all Dallas Cowboy fans. And I was a Portuguese guy and we already had beef because they were Italian and Portuguese, and if you know anything about the Italian Portuguese community, we're so alike that
Fuck yeah.
we just go at each other, you know?
When I went to when I was going to Delta in high school, we would go and watch the Bishop Ryan and the Cathedral game, soccer games.
Oh,
just,
yeah.
to watch
Exactly
the
what I'm talking
just to
about.
watch the fights.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because
Yeah.
you knew what was gonna happen.
So I became an Eagles fan, and then luckily early in my life, around 19 or 20, I got introduced into fantasy football, and now I'm a fan of the sport. I watch every game.
I'm a fan of the sport too.
I watch
But you
every
know
game.
how I became an Eagles fan though? It was exhibition, and I didn't have it for. It was like late '80s. Randall Cunningham was the quarterback of the Eagles.
Oh,
So
stud.
my dad was just
Cunningham,
watching an
yeah.
exhibition game, and I didn't know anything. I was like, I'll take the green team. And then I started liking them after that. I was like, I got the green team. You know, that's my
Smart.
team. And I've liked the Eagles since. And I've seen, like, as you know,
You've had a couple good years, man. We had
some heartbreaks.
Donovan McNabb took, like, we've been to the NFC Championship now, what, in the past 20 years, 6 times?
Yep.
I think McNabb took us 5 times, and,
Yeah, when Reed was a coach.
and then Foles took us this last time and won us the Super Bowl.
But, so yeah, I don't have any, like, obviously it's too early to say anything now. I think,
I think the Bucks are going to do it again.
really?
Yeah, I think Brady's just got it. The only team that I think a lot of people are sleeping on right now, and
The Detroit Lions.
no, but a team like the Detroit Lions, I'm very, very high
Arizona.
on the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
I think that they are building something there that's gonna. I think they're
Special?
gonna take the division. I think Pittsburgh and Baltimore are in for a whole lot of trouble this year with Cleveland.
I like Pittsburgh. That's my AFC team. I always have a team in each conference, and I like to when Joe and Bettis.
You know what's
and shit
funny
like
about that is that I like Pittsburgh too. Pennsylvania, man,
Yeah.
they're just past the turnpike. You know what I mean? They're both right next to each other.
Right? But I don't think the. I think you're right though. I think Cleveland
Cleveland's one of
Cleveland
those
rocks according to Drew Carey.
Is Gronk coming back again this year?
Yeah,
for
he's
Tampa?
Yeah.
so's Antonio. They're all coming back.
They had they said something out. Every single player that they had still come like this.
So okay.
But you know,
Well, after he announced his retirement,
I think
and Brady went down to Tampa,
And then he came back,
says,
yeah.
"Oh no, I'll play." It's
Then
like,
Aaron Rodgers, if he goes to Denver, man, with KJ Hamler, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy,
You
they
think
just
that'll-
drafted a killer running back in
that'll
Javante Williams. They still have Melvin Gordon. That
think
defense
Denver will
is
be-
sick. I think Denver will
they'll play.
catapult.
They'll be Cleveland. They'll be.
That'll catapult them right to contenders. If Aaron Rodgers goes there, I love A-Rod. He's a bird, and the way
His
that
wife is hot. Well, no, his ex-wife.
is Olivia Munn.
Oh no, she's fantastic.
Yeah,
I would. I shouldn't say it because it's gonna be on family. I can't say what I was gonna say. So yeah.
but A-Rod Woods, he's like that guy's top notch. Not in the personal level with people, like he hates his family and stuff, but when it comes to there's a
Does he really? I don't know much about him.
yeah, he doesn't talk to his family. But there's a misconception about A-Rod. There's only one team in the NFL that's owned by the fans, and that's the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Wisconsin, the fans own that
fans
team.
own
the
team.
cheesehead.
Yeah.
There's no owner. There's no onus.
Yeah.
So that's why this Brett Favre, he left. He was pissed off. A-Rod's pissed off. It's because there's no accountability on that team because it's owned by the fans.
Yeah.
And then everybody thinks A-Rod is the guy that's being bad, but it's not him, man. It's a complete clusterfuck in that team right now. Like they should have drafted players around A-Rod to win the championship, and they drafted a quarterback in the second round when they could have drafted a wide receiver for the guy. I feel for him. I do.
Yeah, that's rough. No, I hear you on that one.
But I don't want to talk about that all. So I just want to bring one last thing. Julio Jones, one of my favorite players, came from Alabama. He's going to get traded. Please, for the life of
Philly?
God, don't go to Tennessee. because I have a lot of stock of AJ Brown in my fantasy leagues. I don't want to see you sink him. Please, Julio, anywhere but Tennessee. That's all I got to say.
I don't mind the Titans. I have no hate for them. They're like one of those neutral
No,
teams.
I'm actually happy for Ryan Tannehill because he did shit in Miami with the.
See, I
Tennessee
like Oregon's my favorite college team. I like Mariota, and then when
He's buried though.
benched,
He's buried in Oakland. That guy's not, or Las Vegas now. Sad for him.
So poor guy. So, like I said, we talked about hockey and shit most of this, right? And we'll do more. But the thing is, all my Kevcasts I film about Buddy Store, right? And usually it's all like superhero movies, shit like that. And just to maybe stay on topic a little bit, like on my show theme, I'll ask one question. Do you have a favorite superhero? Say Kevin. He inspires you to wake up every day.
Yeah, that's why I wake up breathing every day.
Oh, thank you.
is
I
because
appreciate
of
that.
Kevin.
Do you have a favorite superhero?
No, it would be Iron Man.
Iron Man's my number one.
I'll let you pick it. Who do you think my favorite superhero is?
If
Let's see if you have
If I
to
can
pick.
guess you, I've known you a long time. Judged by, not Batman, Superman.
No. Okay, I'll give you one hint.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
I'll give you one hint.
I'm a fan of her.
It's got nothing to do with the mainstream DC or Marvel. It's an X-Men guy.
Gambit's my favorite.
Gambit's not my favorite. I like
He's in my top 5 with heroes.
Iceman.
Wolverine.
Wolverine's cool. Wolverine's cool.
That's
Well, he's mainstream though.
Yeah, he's
yeah, but he's not like Batman, Superman, you know,
No, but
Spider-Man.
No, he's well known now.
But he's still mainstream though.
Okay, he's mainstream, I guess. Yeah, okay.
He had a movie.
I've always
Yeah,
been
dude.
huge into
He had a
Wolverine.
few movies.
Yeah, a few. Some of them were bad.
Yeah.
But no, so you guys, thanks for doing this, guys.
Hey man, it's a
appreciate
pleasure.
it.
I hope you guys had fun. Kev's always a hoot.
I try.
Just met you today. Awesome.
Nice to meet you.
Leafs and Habs. We didn't get into an argument. No fist fights. We're good. You know?
Right?
It's just only because the camera was on.
And also-
the camera goes off.
And I just want to say the thing I said. I haven't done one in a bit. I'll be gonna be doing another couple in June. I'll be more like gonna do videos all summer, various different topics, various locations. Working on a TV show with my buddy who films myself, Josh Tiller, and my buddy Joey. We're doing that together, and my son Shane. And hopefully, you guys get to see an episode of that this year. We're gonna make 6 of them. And the only other thing I had to say was. I forgot, so it really isn't that important. I want to thank my cameraman Josh for doing this, and thanks to my guests. And yeah, have a great day, everybody. Love you all.
Cheers. Peace out. Have a good one.
Golf.
See you on the
Leafs,
flip side.
golf.
Go Habs, go.